Diaz, DeFranco's training, that sort of thing. So it's kind of surreal for it to come full circle, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, I had to kind of just walk in, and it's like the nostalgia of it all. It hits you. Like, I'm here, I'm talking to Dave. Hey, this is crazy.
Good morning, everybody. Larry here. As you can see, the roads are snow covered this morning. So school's actually shut down, so I had to take the day off work to take care of the kids because my daycare goes off school schedule. You know, it's a weird thing, and my wife has to work, so daddy daycare for another day this week. But hopefully, if you guys are driving out in Nebraska, parts of Kansas, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. But today, got legs, another massive volume day. Really just trying to push blood into muscle, load the muscle up as much as we can. And I train them again on Monday, and that's going to take a lower volume approach that maybe I'll show, maybe I won't. It's kind of standard, but we'll see. But I was talking with a friend of mine, Ryan Silva, last night, and we were talking about how bodybuilders have now become pseudo powerlifters. We're taking all this time, work up to a top weight, do that top weight for 2 sets. In between those 2 sets, we're resting 5 minutes, so you could train an hour and a half, 2 hours, and only do 9 sets that are worth a shit. Now, for some people that works, and I'm not saying it doesn't work, even for me sometimes, right? But I think we need to get back, and I mean we as bodybuilders need to get back to what bodybuilding is. And what is that? That's finding the most effective training methods to help you personally. So I was getting to a point where that wasn't good training for me. I don't want to use the word optimal because optimal is such a blanket statement these days, but it wasn't a good training for me at a particular point in time. So that's why I just needed to throw out the rule book and do something different to stress my muscles in a different way so they can continue to grow. As I said in previous videos, I'm not doing a deload as we roll into Ramadan. So once Ramadan hits, there'll be a deload before the month starts, and then that entire month is going to be a different style of training. Definitely not a ton of reps, not even a ton of volume. You know, I'm still trying to figure things out about what I want to do. But that'll be a time to drop some fatigue and, you know, get ready for another heavy training phase after the month ends. So you just have to be strategic in how you plan things and put things together. But enough talking, we're going to get to work, try to get 500 to 600 reps for legs, and then go home and rest up. And my son has been on this show called Mini Force on Netflix, and it's from Korea, and I just hate the fucking theme song. The first series is catchy. It's very catchy. But the second one, is the Dino Force one, and if anybody's follow Power Rangers, you know that Dino Force sucks in all aspects. So I don't even like Beast Wars, to be honest with you. So, but that's enough dad talk. That's enough me blabbing. Let's get to work. I think something that I want to get across to people too is that when I'm doing these workouts and these rep ranges, there's nothing really special about it, right? It's more of a mental challenge than anything. Can I withstand a high amount of volume with a halfway decent amount of weight, something that I wouldn't move for more than a couple sets of 10 or 8 or 6, right? There's nothing special about any training program, but when you do something a little bit more jacked up in volume or jacked up in load, if you're a power lifter, it's very important to note that it's not special. It's much more of a mental challenge than anything. So I try to keep everything the same. As you notice, it's Thursday when I filmed this, which was yesterday. So everything pretty much stayed the same for a normal leg day. But it's also important to note that the sets and reps were jacked up just for the mental challenge and to give my body a bit of a break from the super heavy weights, which we'll go back to next week, and just train a different quality to put on some muscles. So even with these, doing 20 reps on the glutator, that's a rep range I really don't touch on this machine. I usually keep it in about the 10 to 15, 10 to 12 rep range, but jacking it up to 20 provided a different mental challenge. And honestly, I'll probably just stay in that rep range, to be quite honest with you, at least for this one, and just try to just move 2 plates for more than the couple sets that I normally do. I was talking with a friend of mine, and we've become pseudo powerlifters in bodybuilding, meaning that we take so long to work up to a top weight, and then we're at that top weight and we're there for like 2 sets. So by the time we get done with a workout, we could probably have done 9 sets, maybe 8 for a body part. And to me, that is not bodybuilding. I didn't get into this, I powerlifted for a reason, and that was to get strong as hell. But for this, I want to break down stuff, despite the little tummy I do have, because a brother do like food. I want to break down muscle. I want to have it rebuild, and just me working up to top sets is just, I don't know, all the time. It just kind of wears on you, and I'm kind of not tired of it, but I was looking for an alternative. So doing the rep landmarks that I've planned out kind of works out. So if you're struggling a little bit to get your mojo back in the gym, you want to think of something or construct something that will help you break from that pattern of training that you've been doing. Yes, training should have a purpose. I understand that 100%. But also at the same time, there's a mental aspect to it as well. And if you're doing the same thing over and over again, then you may want to think about doing something else.
If you notice, slight moving a little gingerly in the leg extension. Got a slight strain in my quad. Had it since last night. Hope it will clear up after being off it for a couple hours. But unfortunately, it seems to have gotten worse with leg extension. So hopefully, it doesn't continue the workout. If it does, then I'm gonna have to back down on the reps a wee bit. I'm already got 50, 100, 150 reps in. So I'll see how it progresses on leg press here, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do afterwards, because I don't want to injure it. It's important to be able to call audibles in your training when things don't feel right, and this quad is definitely, well, the teardrop area is not feeling that great. So let's continue on and see what we got.
All right, let's talk about this quadriceps issue for a minute. Had a strained quad, and it kind of affected me once I got off of leg pressing. I definitely was hopping. So had to cut shorts. Remember to call audibles, meaning that if you have to change things on the fly, do it. It's no shame in the game if you're not 100%.
These leg presses were a bitch. I'm not gonna hit 500 today. No. That shit's not gonna happen. So I already did 2 quad exercises. I'm gonna do leg curls. Get the fuck out of here. Audibles. even with it a day before rest, it's not working out, not the way that I want. But still a considerable amount of volume for what I was trying to do. So leg curls and go home. Let's finish strong. And moving on to finish off with hamstrings, some lying leg curls, nothing fancy here. I do want to point out, notice where my hip crease is at, or the bend in the bench. You want to put a pad there that will elevate your hips a bit, so you're able to get a better stretch in your hamstrings. I didn't do it today. I just kind of wanted to get in and finish up strong as the weather. Everything was just kind of coming together, the weather, the strained quad, and the time crunch. So I won't have a time crunch next week. Hopefully won't have no severe weather either. But in any event, put that pad, something like that yoga mat that you see behind me there, put that pad up under your hips. I got that from Renaissance Periodization, and it'll definitely make a big difference the next time you train your leg curls, which is a great hamstring movement. It's been forgotten, but don't forget to do them. All right, headed home. The road's getting a little treacherous from what I understand, so time to just pack it up and roll in. Plus that quad strain combined with just hitting a really bad wall as a winter storm rolls in. It was a perfect storm to stop the workout, but got in, got some good work done, got some really good volume in. Went probably a little bit heavier than I should have, but I'd rather cut the reps back and get a little bit more load for more volume rather than just lighten the load up and then just go for more volume. So I think I'm done hitting the rep landmark now. It's time to go back down to some heavy weight and move shit like it needs to be moved. So we'll see what happens next week. But thanks for watching, guys, and like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great day.